So here with Dennis Lawrence, the national senior men's team head coach. We're at Old Stadium today with the First Citizens Cup action. Currently W Connection playing North East Stars, so I know Dennis is here to keep his eye on some of the talent that's going on in the Pro League at the moment. But we really want to talk a bit more about the World Cup that's going on at the moment, Dennis. First of all, from your point of view, what's your memories now? And you're looking at the World Cup on television. Does it bring back a lot of memories from 2006?
Yes, it obviously does, because once it gets to the World Cup, you always remember the day when you were there, and what it meant to you to be there, and what was the occasion would be like for the players, etc. So it always brings back those memories. But I think for myself, I've tried to move on from it, because I'm trying to create something for this next generation of players. So I want them to create their own World Cup and their own memorabilia and their own history. So I kind of just look at the World Cup and try and enjoy the games and see is there anything that you can learn.
And I guess the shock results so far is probably Iceland and Argentina. And Iceland, the smallest nation, now they've taken your crown away. They're the smallest nation being the World Cup. But there's similarities between, I feel anyway, between that game and when you played Sweden in your opening game, because Sweden had a lot of stars, a lot of big names in the team at that time. Maybe, okay, Argentina, maybe you're a bigger team than Sweden, but I think that there's still a kind of similarity. Was you surprised by the Iceland result?
No, I wasn't surprised. I mean, when you look at the game, the way they set about the game, they always made themselves very, very difficult to beat. They defended really deep and made life difficult for Argentina. But I think football has surely moved on in terms of the preparation from all the teams. And when you look at all the teams, I think they're well prepared. They don't know exactly what they're going to face, and they know they're going to try and go about getting a result. So in terms of saying I was surprised that I got a result, no, I wasn't surprised. Did you expect the result? Probably not, because I think if you look at the quality of players that Argentina is on the football pitch, but Iceland came out and they did the homework and they did a job, and they got a result what I thought was very fair.
And as a coach, I mean, you would have had a similar experience in the Gold Cup. When you're doing a group stage like this, which is kind of, it's not a league, but it's not a cup. And people always say that defenders win leagues and strikers win cups. What's your approach? Is it a league or is it a cup?
No, it's a competition that you say you got to take it game by game.
Right.
But I think the reality is, as a coach for myself, I can only speak for myself. I think you go into every single game, you want to win the game.
Right.
That's the first and foremost.
Rather than you don't want to lose.
You want to win the game.
Right.
As your first thought process. You set out your team to go out and be solid, be defensively organized. But the end of the result is you want to win the game. I think what it is happens then is you get a feel as the game's going along. Whether you have a chance of pushing forward for that win, whether you need to hang on, whether you need to see out the game. So you get a feel as a coach, because you'd read the game. But I think the outset from myself personally is that every football game you go into, your first thought is you want to win the game.
Yeah.
Because you don't go in games, and I don't think you can go into any game and saying that
you don't go and
draw the game.
You don't go and park the bus.
No, I think people say about park the bus. It's not parking the bus. It's about being defensively solid and defensively organized.
Right.
It's just defending from a deep line.
Right.
So it's nothing to do with parking the bus. Because if you look at it today, I think Iceland, even though they defended deep, when they got the ball forward, they managed to get bodies high up the pitch and in the box. So they still probably could have won the game themselves. So I think going into every single game, the mindset for me is I want to win the game. That's my first and foremost. And then as the game goes along, you then start reading the game, recognizing whether you can push forward to go and win the game, whether you need to make changes that would, settle for a point in the game and things like that. But the idea for myself is to win the game. That's the first one.
And I think as a defender as well as you were, we've seen some very good defending, I think, from a lot of teams. I mean, even teams like Iran and Morocco, their defences were very good, I felt. And it's making it hard for the attacking midfielders and the strikers.
Yeah, and that's because, as I said before, everybody is preparing the team as a unit. I think in the past we had a lot of times was defenders defended, and attacking players
Yeah.
attacked. I think now everybody's brought the units together,
Yeah.
and now they've understand that you almost need to defend with 10.5.
Yeah.
Because if you want to have a chance in the game with the modern football, how quick it is, with the quality of these top players, and then you have to be defensively solid. And a lot of the teams are going to demonstrate that in the World Cup, and it's going to be interesting throughout.
And as now the World Cup is starting to progress and whatever, I'm pretty sure that you're back in England, and obviously, but if you wasn't back in England, who do you think, who is your team for the World Cup?
Definitely it won't be England.
Right, let's call the interview over now.
But no, I've always, since I know myself, I've always supported the Brazilian football team. I think historically, and if you look at the squad that the Brazilian squad has got at the moment, I think it's a very balanced squad. I think everybody thinks that what happened in the last World Cup is going to come back to haunt them, but I think they've got a point to prove. But it's not going to be easy because, as I said before, you got some really top quality, teams that are involved in this World Cup. If you just take, for example, the Portugal and the Spain game, I mean, you look at the game overall, and you probably say Spain were frightening in possession of the football, but at the end of the day, when you got Cristiano Ronaldo who can score goals the way he does, it's made the competition very, very tough. So I've always supported the Brazilian team. I'll continue to support them because I like the way that they go about playing the game. They try to win games. They don't go into games and think about losing the game. They think about trying to win the game, and it's exciting. Whether or not they're going to have the defensive solidarity is another question, but it'll be interesting to see them tomorrow.
Well, for me, the dark horse